Hey y'all, it's Diana from the Dianaverse, and I am here to do the weekly Herbal Tarot reading. I wanted to mention the deck that I'm using. It is called the Herbal Tarot. It's probably backwards on the camera, but this was developed by teachers that I studied with, Michael Tira and Candace Canton. So I like to use it because it has all the plants on there. There's a lot of great decks out there, aren't there? I am going to try to do this in a timely way because last week I ended up having to upload to YouTube overnight. My video was just a bit too long. So I'm going to jump right in there today. There's a lot of good stuff going on in the sky astrologically. We've got Mercury retrograde. We've got Uranus goes direct today. We've already been feeling those effects. And we'll be changing sun signs. The sun will be moving into Aquarius, so it'll be moving from an earth sign to an air sign. Everything technological, everything intellectual. We're going to be shifting into that kind of energy. There's a lot of other stuff going on. I'm not going to do a full astrology reading at the moment, but I'm going to pull a card for this week. This is a general card for everybody. So let's see what comes up. One jumped right out. All right. So we've got 7 of Wands, and the plant is ginger. Wild ginger, actually. Different plant than ginger. I love, if you've ever seen wild ginger in the wild, like that flower that it gets, it's tiny, but it's so cute. So the wands are fire energy. So this is about action, looking for right action. So we're all kind of trying to figure out what we're doing, right? It's been going on for the last couple of years. But with Uranus going direct, we're going to finally see some movement and start doing some stuff. So we'll have some energy to get things going. Let me pull another card. 5 of Pentacles, and this one is Mugwort. So 5 of Pentacles, not the funnest card, right? It's Pentacles are earth signs, and 5 is like the hand of fate. So it's often portrayed as people who maybe haven't made the best choices or their circumstances haven't been great. So just kind of dealing with some circumstances you might not totally love while you're waiting to see, like, okay, where am I going to be able to move this, right? So I'll do one more card for everybody for the week because hoping there'll be a little resolution to that. The Death card. So on this deck, it's elderflowers. So death, of course, can be literal death, but it also, a lot of times, is just things changing. Some people call it transformation. Some people don't like that because it's a little woo-woo, maybe. But things have got to change. If you're trying to find a new direction, or you're trying to put energy into the directions you're already going in, and you're like, I'm not sure this is totally working. And then you've got maybe some circumstances you got to deal with. You're like, maybe things need to change, right? So this is a good week to be thinking about what you want to be born after this retrograde period gets done. We're going to have Venus coming out of retrograde about the same time. Well, actually, Venus will come out of retrograde before Mercury comes out of retrograde. Mercury just went into retrograde, but it's the fastest moving planet, so it doesn't stay there for a long time. When you get to the end of that, you're going to want to know, like, okay, so what do I want to do about all this stuff? Hope you're not struggling too much, and it's just about making some decisions and maybe taking some action on a few things. So now we'll move on to the individual signs. So we're still going to do Capricorn today because we're in the very, very last degrees of Capricorn. Sun will be going into Aquarius this week. We're still going to honor the Capricorns. So we've got 5 of Wands, and the plant is turmeric, and it came out reversed. So maybe a little stagnant energy. Again, the Wands are fire, so you need some movement. Maybe you're having a little trouble getting that movement going. Turmeric increases the circulation. You see it in a lot of things like fire cider for inflammation, to get the circulation in there, to get that down. So you may need to focus a little bit on getting past some stagnation this week. So a good way to do that is exercise. Get out there and move around. Okay, next is our Aquarians. And you guys got 2 cards that came out together. So these came out reversed also, but we've got the Hangman. And the Hangman has kelp. And then Temperance. So they're both major arcana cards. So these are like overarching archetypal things going on. So there may be things that are a little beyond your control. Major arcana cards are more about the greater society and where you are within it. The Temperance card was the second card, and that's echinacea. So this is called suspended person in this deck, but that would be the Hanged Man. And that's often when we need to take a pause and look at things from a different direction. So you might need to slow down. Maybe you're just rushing into something, you know, the sun's moving into your sign, you're ready to go. Uranus just went direct, you want to move. But you might want to still slow down and be sure of all the details and how things connect up. Maybe you need to make the right connections with the right people. Kelp, I see it's usually in a bed, right? It's a community. You'll see a whole kind of pasture of it in the ocean, if you will. So you want to take the time to network and make those connections. And then Temperance is about how we utilize our resources, how things balance out. Echinacea is known for removing toxins in the body, so we might want to weed out things in your life, networks maybe that aren't working. Maybe you need to move into some new networks, right? Aquarians are great at networking. So that's what you guys have this week. Next, we've got our Pisces. And Pisces has the Tower. And the plant is garlic. So again, that's a major arcana card. The Tower, a lot of times you've been working on something, you've been building, and it gets knocked down. It just wasn't in the cards. It gets knocked out of the cards. Garlic is another one that improves circulation. So you might just want to let some things go. Like don't try to keep staying in that tower if that's not where you need to be. Go ahead and get out of there, so you don't have to be like this guy jumping out of one of the top windows. Gosh, it's a serious week so far. All right. If you're proactive about things, and it's usually something you know it's not working. You know you don't want to be in with this person, with this group, in this job, whatever it is. And it's just time to cut your losses and move on to something else. It's not usually just like out of the blue. Like you might not be expecting whatever makes it actually end, but you knew it wasn't really working, right? So next we have Aries. Let's see what Aries is doing this week. So Aries has the Hermit, which is licorice in this deck. So Aries might take some time to contemplate things, maybe go out in nature, take a walk, connect with the plants. Licorice is a harmonizer. It helps the herbs in a formula work together. So go out and spend some time in meditation and getting yourself really like balanced out and harmonized. And you'll feel a lot better when the energy really gets going in a few weeks. Okay, next is our Taurus. So Taurus has 2 cards that wanted to come out. And we've got first the Queen of Pentacles, and the plant here is marshmallow. So Queen of Pentacles, that's earth sign, right? That's perfect for this Capricorn season. Taurus is also an earth sign. So you might be feeling like you're on top of stuff. Marshmallow is kind of moistening to the body, so you might want to do some things that involve some water, like take a nice bath or drink some really good tea, like some marshmallow tea, to kind of moisten the body. But you're true to fashion in Mercury retrograde style. I'm having technical difficulties, but my next card was for Gemini. 5 of Swords. Mistletoe was used in the British Isles a lot medicinally. That's an air sign, right? Swords. So kind of maybe things beyond your controls with the number 5. So maybe having to be in a group and making your voice heard. Yeah, things from the outside coming in that are causing you issues and worries. So next we have Cancer, a high priest or sage, also called the Hierophant in other decks. So Cancer is working on moving things around. Like you got stuff coming in and things going out, and you're what's in the middle, right? So you got to stay centered in yourself, keeping everything moving, but from a perspective of being centered in yourself. So Leo, King of Pentacles, or Alfalfa, another earth sign. This is about nourishing yourself, doing some self-care. So take the time to eat a good meal. Take the time to take care of yourself. Then you can take care of everybody else. Okay, so we've got Virgo, King of Wands, a lot of court cards. Cinnamon. So this is like mastering your actions, Virgo. Being able to direct. Also about movement, because cinnamon is circulation also. Like you help direct the movement, maybe behind the scenes, but you're helping direct things. And then Libra. So Libra, I have the Emperor and Attract a Lotus. It's the number 4. So you want to build a stable base, right? Attract a Lotus is nourishing. It's kind of the basis of your health. So this is a bigger card because it's the major arcana. So you're building a base with your life. Make sure you've got a good stable base going on. You also got Queen of Swords, which is Lady Slipper. So kind of the masculine and the feminine going on for Libras. Swords is more about thoughts. So being decisive with your thoughts, picking good thoughts. And that's Libras, the Scorpios. I'm trying to do this before my camera runs out again. So Scorpios, we've got Page of Cups, or Damiana. So you need to build up some skills here. Cups is your feelings, so an emotion. So it could be in relationships, but it's kind of like some newer relationships or some new ways of looking at relationships, getting some messages in relationships, and not as the boss, but here as taking things in and considering them, considering other people's opinions and feelings in your relationships. Sagittarius. Sagittarius wanted 2. So we've got 3 of Pentacles and Gentian. Pentacles are the earth signs, and 3 is the number of apprentice. So gentians are used mostly in bitters. So it's like getting a good start to things. Like you take that before a meal so that you have good digestion. So if you're starting projects, make sure you got a good base going, basic amount of knowing what you're talking about. And then your other one is Wild Cherry Bark and Knight of Swords. So I feel like this could be people who help you arrange your thoughts. Could be the other way around too. You could be helping someone else, like kind of mentoring someone else, and getting their ideas together. It can be ideas. And then I think that's it. I hope I did, everybody. This was a little disjointed because of technical issues with my phone, but I wanted to pull one more card since I rushed through everything so much. Page of Pentacles, or Iris. So for everyone, there's kind of this feeling of connecting to the earth. You're going to get messages from the earth. These are going to kind of give you some strength. This week is a bit of a transitional week. We've got signs changing. We've got things going direct, going retrograde. So, or had just gone retrograde. So getting out in some nature, kind of starting from the ground up, will help you kind of get ready for this spring, because the spring is going to be very active. There's a lot of dynamic energy going on. So I hope this made some sense to you. I hope you got something out of it.